All right, listen up. Life is not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. And make no mistake, you will fall. You will fail. 1,000 times. Maybe more. But that's not the end of your story. It's just the beginning. Failure isn't a stop sign. It's a stepping stone. Every great success you've ever heard of was built on failure. Every legend, every icon, every champion has been knocked down, doubted, and told they weren't good enough. But they refused to stay down. They refused to let failure define them. And now it's your turn. Because if you refuse to give up, if you commit to standing up every single time you fall, nothing can stop you. Not fear, not doubt, not failure. The only way you lose is if you quit. And quitting is not an option. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Every great journey starts with struggle. Every success story is built on a foundation of setbacks. You fall, you rise, you fall again. And every time you get back up, you are stronger than before. Failure is the world testing you, asking how bad you want it. It's not a reason to stop. It's the moment you prove you're made for this. When you fall, don't see it as defeat. See it as a chance to rise with more knowledge, more strength, and more determination than ever before. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The moment you stumble, the moment you feel like giving up, that is the exact moment where your greatest comeback begins. Every champion, every legend, every successful person you admire has been in that dark place. They've tasted failure. They felt the weight of disappointment. But instead of letting it define them, they let it refine them. They took that pain and turned it into power. You have the same choice. Will you let failure stop you? Or will you use it as fuel to rise higher than you ever thought possible? Lessons from failure. Growing stronger with every fall. Every failure carries a lesson. It teaches patience, resilience, and discipline. It reveals weaknesses you didn't know you had and forces you to improve. It humbles you, reminding you that success isn't instant. It's earned through blood, sweat, and tears. The most successful people in the world don't just survive failure. They embrace it. They learn from it, adjust, and push forward with more clarity and purpose. When you fail, don't dwell on the loss. Look for the lesson. Look for the opportunity to grow. Because every failure is a step forward if you use it right. The only true failure is giving up. Losing isn't failure. Failing isn't failure. The only way you truly fail is if you quit. If you stop trying. If you let that voice in your head tell you it's over. As long as you're still in the fight, as long as you're still pushing forward, you have not failed. The greatest victories come to those who refuse to surrender. The ones who keep showing up, keep grinding, and keep believing. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how many times you've been told no, if you're still moving, you're still in the game. And as long as you're so, keep pushing, keep fighting, and never let failure break you. The road will be tough, and you will fall. But every time you rise, you get closer to the person you were meant to be. The only way you lose is if you quit. And quitting is not an option.